The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside North Branch High School for tonight's boys basketball matchup between the North Branch Vikings and the Pine City Dragons.
Yeah, you got me all messed up.
All the action from tonight's game, and it should be a good one here between these two teams who kind of looking to get back on some sort of track here this year. It hasn't been the year that either of them would have expected, of course, for North Branch, a new head coach this year who bringing in a little bit of a new culture, a new type of offense and defense, a new style of play, if you will. And things, again, a few bumps in the road is to be expected with that, but again, I think things going a little bit tougher than they would expect. But for Pine City, they were hoping for a little bit better of a season so far. Maybe not so well on the on the stat sheet, but they continue to try and improve and get better and continue to try and play as a team. They are probably one of the deepest teams out there. They go 10-11 deep through their players on the bench. So they will go, and you will see a lot of players here in this first half. A lot of names we'll be calling, but we will see who will make it out on the court here this evening for the Pine City Dragons. Taking a look at these two teams, not a conference game, not a section game either. They play in two different classes even. Pine City plays out of Section 6 AA. They currently sit at 7-12 on the season, 1-2 in their own section. They score 63 points per game, 64, and give up about 62. Now, their offense is actually about middle of the pack in this section, but it's just the win-losses have not been there like some other teams. For Pine City, they're third from the bottom, so that would make them the 14th place team in the section over Rush City and Malacca. They were on a little bit of a revenge tour last week, beating some teams that had beat them earlier or early-ish in the season, beating teams like Hinckley Finlayson last Monday and then Rush City last Tuesday. Two teams who Hinckley Finlayson they had on at home earlier in the year, and then Rush City they were on the road. They lost to both those teams, Hinckley Finlayson by 1, and then Rush City by about 5 or 6, and they were able to beat both of them. Hinckley Finlayson on the road by nearly 40 points. Then they beat Rush City at home by 14. So two good revenge wins there for Pine City over two really good and underrated teams in Rush City and Hinckley Finlayson. But then they fell to a team who they beat earlier in the season by a good chunk, 74-58. That team was Aiken. They beat Aiken 74-58, but then lost to them this past Friday by 10 points, 71-61 in a tough, heartbreaking matchup. Again, for Pine City, that's a game in which they would have hoped to have had their third win in a row and would have liked to have even, because that would have been important for their conference standings, their section standings, but unfortunately they did lose to Aiken, who has a similar record at 7-13. That was their first win after having lost 2 in a row. Before that, they won 3 in a row. So for Pine City, it's a tough loss against Aiken, and again, a team in which they felt like they should have and could have beat this past Friday. But sometimes games like that happen, and you just have to get through those and get over them, so to speak. They've had a really tough road here after Christmas break, having only won 3 games to their 7 losses, 3-7 after Christmas break. Again, their 3 wins have come against Mille Lacs, Hinckley Finlayson, and Rush City, but the losses have come to East Central, Bram, East Central again, Crosby, Ironton, Bram again, and Aiken. So now they haven't played the easiest of teams. Again, East Central and Bram both in the top 3 of their section, in the entire section, but they played them pretty close. And then again, the Hinckley-Finlayson loss was kind of one where it was like, man, this is kind of an oddity for them. It wasn't so much an oddity that Hinckley-Finlayson won. It was an oddity the way they played and just could not get things going offensively. So just things not going right for them. Then again, another loss to East Central. That one was a little bit more lopsided. Then a loss to Crosby-Ironton. Now, the Crosby-Ironton boys are not playing as well as they would like to this year. Again, they're only 7-13 on the year, but coming into that game, you can just tell. The start of that one, Crosby-Ironton just had all the confidence in the world. I mean, they got off to the better start, but again, it was the confidence. They came in knowing, hey, we're going to be the better team, and they were that night, unfortunately, for Pine City. Crosby shot better. They played better defense. It was just all around, Crosby was just the better team that night. And then Bram, that one was very lopsided once again, an 88-44 loss. And then to Aiken. And so, again, it's been really tough for Pine City here this year, trying to find more, again, consistency has been the big key for them this year, or lack of consistency has been the key. Just trying to find more of it as the season goes along before playoffs, because they play in one of the tougher sections in the state. I don't care what class it is, single A, double A, 3A, 4A. Section 6AA may be the toughest class in all of the classes combined. So, but this is a good game for Pine City if they were to win. This is a class above them, so that always helps in the QRF. But they got some important games coming up. So for Pine City, this is a game that they need to start off the week with a win, because it's a big week. They got 3 games. North Branch tonight, then they're at Mora on Thursday, then finish up the week at Proctor on Saturday. It doesn't end there. Their road trip continues starting last Friday and continues into next week, Tuesday and Friday, where they go to Malacca and Crosby-Ironton. But then they finish up the season at home versus Barnum and Foley on the 25th and 27th. So that's a look at Pine City. For North Branch, they play out of Section 7 3A, and they were sitting at 7th in the section over Chisago Lakes, as they beat them twice now for a 2-5 section record and a 3-16 overall record, having scored 55 points per game and give up 77. But they are currently in last place because Chisago Lakes upset Princeton last Thursday night in a big win for that Chisago Lakes team. It's not only a conference win, but their first win against a Minnesota opponent as well this year. So for North Branch, they're currently, unfortunately, sitting at the 8th position in the section. They would currently, right now, go to Cloquet if things stay the way they are in the section standings for playoffs. So again, for North Branch, 3-16 on the season. 2 of their wins coming against, again, Chisago Lakes, then the other one coming against Hutchinson at a tournament over in St. Cloud during Christmas break. Other than that, it's been kind of tough offensively, more than not. They just haven't got things going enough. Kind of a similar story with Pine City. Just haven't got their offense going consistently enough. There's one game in here where you could say they should have had turned around to a win. That's Grand Rapids, where they only lost by 3. But other than that, it's been really tough. Defensively, offensively, it just hasn't been good complementary basketball for this North Branch team. Can they be more of a complementary team here tonight and kind of get some of their own consistency going? We're getting into a game where it's a tale of 2 teams who lack a little bit of consistency, lack a little bit of complementary basketball play. And unfortunately for North Branch, they do have 2 players out here tonight. So one of them being Tyler Minke, so one of their key guys. But much like every other team who has an injury, they will deal with it and then they will move on, and hopefully they'll have their guys back before playoffs. But for North Branch, again, it's been a tough season, a season of growth, a season of learning, and a season with the new head coach that they're trying to get familiar with. They're trying all to learn, and next year it'll be a second year under head coach Walton. So I'll be interested to see how that will look come next year. But we've got to get through this one, and it's going to be interesting. Playoffs for Section 7 3A start Wednesday, March 5th. For Pine City, they would start on Thursday, March 6th. So very close together. Those 2 teams will start their playoffs. Our pregame warm-ups have concluded. We're going to get our national anthem and then our starting lineups. Then we'll be back here on Cool Country 100.9 FM WCMP.
The Duluth Sports Show is back February 13th through 16th.
Shop the latest gear and explore a massive selection of boats, docks, lifts, ATVs, RVs, fifth wheels, travel trailers, and more.
Save big with exclusive show-only pricing. Grab cash and carry items to take home and enjoy family-friendly entertainment.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
If there's too much to see, come back a second day for free.
February 13th through 16th at the Deck in Duluth.
Your ticket to outdoor adventure awaits at DuluthSportsShow.com.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab a Meat Lover's burrito or new Ranchero beef and cheese burrito. I want one right now. Wash it down with everyone's favorite Celsius, buy one, get one free. And Holiday still has the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items. Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store and save. Open 24/7, 365. The Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Well, a little trouble with the national anthem getting played by the scores table, so we all just sang along. Yeah, you heard me right. We all sang the national anthem. It was beautiful, by the way. Beautiful. We had the entire gymnasium singing along for the national anthem, and it was beautiful. Well, that takes us to our starting lineups here tonight between the North Branch Vikings and the Pine City Dragons. Again, neither of these teams in the same section, or they're in the same conference, nor are they in the same class. So, just a good basketball game between these two teams as we take a look at the starting lineups for the Pine City Dragons, the visitors here tonight. It will be number 1, Sawyer McDaniel, number 4, Charlie Osmus, number 12, A.J. Austinson, number 31, Daniel Milliman, and number 33, Austin Wiener. Their head coach, of course, by Kyle Allen. They'll be wearing their white away uniforms, the green letters and numbers outlined in that black, the green stripe down the side of the jersey with the green waistband. On the other side for the North Branch Vikings, it will be number 5, Ethan Thorson, number 10, Andrew Carnes, number 14, Chaz Johnson, number 23, Vincent Dufek, and 32, Jacob Knospel. They are, of course, head coached by Trevor Walton. They'll be wearing the all-black unis here this evening. The black uniforms, the red letters and numbers outlined in the white, the red stripe down the side of the jersey, and the red trim for the neck. That red Nike swoosh. I'm going to pause and get a sip of water here. And we're back. Just had to get my throat clear there before we start the game. These two teams looking for a much-needed win here late in this season. Pine City a little bit closer to closing in on a possible 500 season. Well, for North Branch, not quite close enough, but still going to be a pretty physical, pretty fun matchup between these two teams, and it should, again, still be a very entertaining one. Austin Wiener, Ethan Thorson, both standing about the same height at about 6'3" or above. I think Austin Wiener has the advantage at 6'5", 6'6", and tip-off is going to be won by the Vikings. It's Chaz Johnson to Carnes, now to Johnson again. 3 seniors for this North Branch team: Johnson, Dooley Beaver, and Tyler Minke. Thorson with it, goes to the near side to Knospel. Knospel, one of the better big guys. Carnes give inside. That shot is knocked away and picked up, stolen away by by the Dragons, Charlie Osmus. That shot's no good from the Dragons, and Vincent Dufek is going to grab the rebound. Back up the other way. Here come the Vikings. Carnes with it. Now dump, excuse me, to Thorson out of Dufek on the near side for three. Well, what a bounce that was. Dufek got the bounce. The friendly bounce is in for three. So 3-0 Vikings with the lead. Charlie Osmus looking to tie it up at 3 apiece, and he does. Charlie Osmus says, I see your three, and I'll tie it up with one of my own. That patented rainbow shot of his. Chaz Johnson gives it across the way to Carnes. Carnes now to Thorson. Thorson back to Johnson on the near side. Dufek for three again. This one's going to be no good. Pulled down by Thorson. Into Knoxville, outside Thorson on the far side to Carnes. That's going to be in and out, and rebounded by Austin Wiener. Austin Wiener with the grab, gives it to Austinson. Austinson gives near side to Osmus, trying to go inside to Wiener. Wiener looking for that hook shot, instead gives outside Austinson for three, and that is good. 6-3 now, Pine City on top. Dufek with it for the Vikings, give back to Johnson. Johnson trying to drive right down Main Street, lost the ball as he and McDaniel were bumping bodies on the far side. Thorson, stutter, stop, start, go, shot is up, no good. Rebounded there by Milliman. Milliman brings it forward. Him and McDaniel nearly collide before he gives it off to Austinson. Austinson on the elbow on the far side, lost his dribble, trying to get around Johnson. And they're going to get a carry here on Austinson. Johnson will inbound and then give it right back to Johnson. Calling for Knoxville, and he gets the ball. Knoxville brings it forward, almost got to travel, but he did get rid of the ball in time. Now Thorson trying to drive baseline. Spin around. Not sure who. They're going to get a foul here on Pine City. They're going to get 42 into the game. That's Colson Berglund. Not real sure who got the foul, but the shot is up and good, or no good, from the Vikings. Wiener will get it. This ball nearly knocked out of bounds, but Wiener saves it. I think it was on Milliman, possibly. Yeah, it is on Milliman. His first foul. This three is no good, drifting away, and Vincent Dufek with the rebound. He brings up Knoxville inside. He's fouled, and he'll go line and shoot two. It's either on Berglund or McDaniel. We'll see which one it is. This will be on Colson Berglund. His first, team second. First one is up and good for Jacob Knoxville. Millman checks back into the game for Colson Berglund. He'll head right to the front of the free throw line on the near side. Knoxville gets that one to roll in off the front of the rim. Makes it 6-5. Julie Beaver checks into the game. For the Vikings, back the other way with it. Charlie Osmus for three. That one's going to be no good. Wiener pulls in the rebound and drops it in for two. Makes it 8-5 on the missed shot from, Osmus from the far side corner. Inside, Johnson left alone, but now covered. They'll give it top of the key, Dufek, and the near side, Thorson. Wide open in the near side corner, Dooley Beaver for three. That is good. To make it 8-all. As we are tied at 8 apiece, under 14.5 to go. Austinson gets a screen from Wiener. He wanted to go back inside to Wiener. Instead gives on the near side corner to McDaniel. McDaniel trying to drive inside. That was knocked away. Outside Austinson on the pass from Osmus is no good. Rebounded there by Ethan Thorson. Quickly up the court to Dufek. Dufek trying to drive in on Wiener. Shot is up. That may have been blocked, and it's going to be taken by Sawyer McDaniel. Austinson thought about a long three. Give inside to Austin Wiener. Wiener up over the defender. It's no good, though, and it's rebounded by Thorson. Dooley Beaver gives to Johnson. Johnson outside to Dufek for three. That one's going to roll off, and Osmus is going to be there for the rebound for Pine City. Osmus bringing it up the court. Gives back to Austinson, who gets a screen. That one's going to be no good as well, and Pine City getting back defensively, so it'll be Thorson with the rebound. They want to get back and transition defense a little bit quicker, so they're not too worried about the second chance scoring opportunity at this moment in time, though that'll change going forward. Dooley, with it on the near side. Gives to Carnes at the top of the key, now Dufek. Dufek inside to Chaz Johnson. Jumper, no good. And Milliman jumps on top of it. And he'll get the rebound, and Pine City will get the timeout called. And head coach Kyle Allen will use the timeout to preserve his team the possession. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. 8 all in this one. Seen a couple threes already, and just some really good fast play. A good 8 all. 12:59 to go in the first half. Pine City will get back out onto the court again. Use the timeout just to preserve the possession. And we do see, 2, 3, and 10 out there. 2, 3, and 10. Grant Sklozacek is 2. Grant Larson is 3. And then 10 is Briar Willard. Wiener gives back outside to Ossenson. Ossenson a shoulder fake. And trying to reset things now. He's got Willard open for 3 on the far side. That's going to come up short, though. That's going to roll into the hands of Knospel. Knospel gives to Thorson. Thorson up the way, but he's going to draw the foul. And Thorson does not agree. He does not agree with that charge call. That is his first, team's first. And Thorson will check out for a moment. Dufek is back in. Larson taking the ball into the far side, gives to Ossenson. Thought about 3, pulls it down. Now driving inside himself. Bounce pass to Sklozacek. Now onto the near side, Ossenson. Wanted to pull the trigger for 3. Instead goes far side, give to Willard. Willard give near side Wiener. Wiener for 3. That's in and out and back in for 3. Well, it took a little bit, but he finally got it to fall. 11-8, Pine City. Dufek to Johnson now inside Knospel. Trying to get a cutting Beaver. Beaver to the basket. No good on the shot. And it's Austin Wiener with the rebound for Pine City. Austinson up on the far sideline, getting the call from head coach Allen. Austinson to Sklozacek, back to Austinson for 3, coming up just short, and rebounded by Dufek. Good looking shot, but it came up just short, so I guess in turn it wasn't that good of a looking shot. Anyways, give inside to Knospel from Chaz Johnson is a good looking pass to make it 11-10. Austinson will leave it behind the timeline for Larson, who gives up the court to Willard, now to Austinson. He'll pull it up over the defender for a good-looking shot from 3, but it's no good. And Sklozacek will get the rebound for Pine City. On the far side, Larson for 3. That's in and out, and tipped back for another rebound for Austinson. Willard finds a lane inside. Shot is no good, and Knospel will get the rebound. Pine City back up the other way. Dooley Beaver lost it, and it's going to be a steal for Austin Wiener. So here comes Larson back the other way, trying to get around Johnson. He stops, gives to Wiener. Wiener now trying to go inside, and he's fouled, and they might get Knospel on this one. Or I think they said Chaz Johnson. They did. His first, team second. Now we got Eli Fromm into the game. We're in number 23. Inbound will go to the near side for Sklizacic. That's going to come up short. And the rebound trying to get back inside by Eli Fromm, but it's taken by Andrew Carnes. Up the court, Knoxville inside, drops in for 2 to give the Vikings the lead back 12-11. Back the other way, Larson with it. Give to Austinson. Austinson squaring up the defender, trying to drive inside. Instead gives back outside to Sklizacic for 3. That's going to be no good. And again, Pine City just going back defensively, trying to get back on transition defense, not worried about the second chance scoring opportunities. And they travel here on Canals Bowl, and the ball will go back to Pine City. A turnover here for North Branch, and Pine City has it back. Austinson thought about the long 3, instead pulls it down, trying to drive inside, give to Eli Fromm a 3. That's going to be well off the mark, and rebounded there by Andrew Carnes. Carnes up the court quickly onto the near side, Thorson. Now right in the middle of the Carnes. Carnes wanted to go to Knoxville, instead gives near side to Thorson. Thorson lost it for a moment inside Carnes. Carnes shot up, no good, and he's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. This one will go on Eli Fromm, his first. Team's third. First one's up and no good. Dragons get most of their starting 5 in except for number 0. That, of course, is Jace Peterson. And Carnes is no good on the second. And it's rebounded by Peterson. Milliman using that speed to get inside, stops, backs it out to McDaniel for 3. It's no good. It's in and out. And Knoxville with the rebound. That has been the bugaboo so far for Pine City. It's good-looking shots, but rim just a little too hard. And now Dufek trying to drive inside. Shot is up, no good. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Pine City. They will say, I don't know, that was close. That probably should have been Pine City ball. But Colson Berglund will check in for Milliman. Berglund, he's kind of a dangerous player. You know, he can play inside very well, but he also shoots the ball from outside. So he's someone you got to watch out for. Dufek with it now. Gives to Knoxville. Knoxville back outside Thorson. Thorson for 3. Going to be well short. And McDaniel going to get the rebound. McDaniel brings it up the court, hands to Eli Fromm. Fromm in some trouble in that far side corner. Wanted to give, not sure to who, but it's not going to matter, as it will be an over and back, and the ball will go back, turned over to North Branch. Julie Beaver checks back into the game for Andrew Carnes. And the Vikings, again, will only go about 6, maybe 7 deep if they're lucky. We will get a timeout called here on the court. I don't know who called this one, a 30-second timeout. This one was called by North Branch, again, a 30-second, so we will keep it here. And over on 95.5 FM, KBEK. As I mentioned, over on KBEK, we have another basketball game going on. The Mora girls are hosting Spectrum tonight in a Section 6 AA matchup. So tune in over on that one. Andy Beckstrom has the call for that game. So currently 11-4, Spectrum on top over in that one in the first half. Here in our games, 12-11. Under 9 to go in half number 1. Thorson with it near side, give inside to Knoxville, and a good-looking move by Knoxville to get around Eli Fromm to drop that one in for 2. But that one's going to be one where Kyle Allen says, hey, you gotta just man up on that one and force him to not get an open shot like that. Now back with it, though, are the Dragons. Charlie Osmus spinning around, looking. He has nobody. Wanted to go to Milliman. Instead gets an Eli Fromm cutting inside. Shot is short. He left it short. Little unconfident on that shot, and it's rebounded by Knoxville once again. Johnson gives it to Beaver. Beaver will be pushed back towards the timeline, but he gives it to Johnson, and now Dufek has an open 3. He leaves short, and it's going to be Sawyer McDaniel flying in for the rebound. McDaniel getting around Julie Beaver. Pass back to Jace Peterson. Ball is up for grabs and going to get a foul here on the Dragons. Julie Beaver with the steal. I guess we're not. We're going to get a call on the Vikings. Apparently Julie Beaver. It's going to be their third team foul, his first. Austin Wiener checks back into the game. Well, interesting call there. Not real sure what they saw on that one, but it is a foul no less on North Branch. Meanwhile, Milliman has it inside. Give outside Osmus for three with some touch on it. Is good to tie us back at 14 apiece. Chaz Johnson with it now. Bringing up the court on the far side, Dufek gives Knospel. Knospel on the near side, Thorson. Thorson gets around one, drives inside, lost the ball. It will stay with North Branch. Berglund will check into the game for Jace Peterson. Johnson to Dufek on the amount, now to Thorson. Battling his way inside, off the glass and in for two from Chaz Johnson over Colson Berglund. 16-14, Vikings with the lead. McDaniel brings it up the other way. Pine City now on offense in their zone. Berglund, the give and shoot is no good, but it's Osmus with the rebound. Milliman gives to the near side. McDaniel for three. This one's going to be off the mark, and Knospel will come down with the rebound. He's going to turn this into quick transition offense. Julie Beaver back to Thorson, and Thorson drops it in for two. And that's why Pine City wanted to get back on defense so quickly, because they know this North Branch transition offense is going to be pretty good tonight. Milliman will step on the baseline in the offensive zone and give the ball back to North Branch. Carnes will check in for, looks like Chaz Johnson. 3 in, 3 out, Jace Peterson, Willert, and Austinson in for Berglund, McDaniel, and again Milliman. This ball is going to be intercepted on the inbound by Austin Wiener. Rejected at the net by Knospel, and then a three here. I think that was Charlie Osmus. Another three for him to bring the Dragons within one, 18-17. Dufek with it now. Fakes the pass one way, gives to Beaver near side. All the way across the court to Carnes. Carnes to Dufek. Dufek being bothered. To Carnes again. Carnes to Beaver. Beaver inside. The floater is good for two to make it 20-17. Austinson give to Peterson. Bounce pass inside to Wiener. Wiener trying to get through traffic, and good touch on that ball to drop it in for two to make it 20-19. Giving Knospel a little bit of a taste of his own medicine there. Good. Those two have been. This might be a fun one to watch. These two inside in the post here tonight. Pass on the far side now for Thorson for North Branch. This ball is going to go back and be a turnover. A.J. Austinson trying to turn it into points. It's no good, but it's rebounded and put back in for two by Jace Peterson. Now it's 21-20. Pine City with the lead. Thorson inside, give back outside. Dooley Beaver for three is good. So the Vikings have the lead right back. Back and forth we go here on this one. Austinson with it, trying to get around the defender. Drives inside, now to Wiener. Wiener trying to drive inside. Shot is up, no good. He's fouled. He'll go line and shoot two. It's going to be a foul here called on Dufek. His first, team's fourth, and Wiener at the line for two. McDaniel and Larson in for Osmus and Peterson. And this one rolls off. It's no good. Right into the hands of Willert. Willert gets the rebound plus the and one and drops it in for two. So Wiener is no good for 2. We'll get Knospel for the foul, his first, team's 5th now, and Willard with a chance for the 3-point play. This one no good, so he'll only get 2, but it does tie it up at 23 apiece. Vikings coming up back up the other way quickly, trying to get back on the board. Knospel, we get a foul on the floor. Yeah, it is on the floor. So no shot. Pines. This one's going to be on Austin Wiener. His first, team's 4th. Carnes will look to inbound. Carnes will go back and inbound to Dufek. Dufek pulls it down one-handed. Give to Carnes. Dufek is left alone from the free throw line. Banks it in. And that will change our score once again, 25-23. Vikings with the lead. Austinson looking for a screen, gives back McDaniel. McDaniel thought about 3, now he pulls it down. Wants to go inside to Wiener. A little too strong on that one, and it's rebounded by Knospel. Up the court quickly, Dufek inside, gives to Beaver, and it's knocked out of bounds, and it will go back to Pine City. Larson will come in for Berglund. 4:13 to go in the first half. Larson will bring it forward off the inbound. McDaniel give to Austinson on the near side. Austinson waiting for the offense to set up. Larson will take the 3 from the corner. It's going to come up short. Willard will grab the rebound. A 3 from Austinson is good. And he makes him pay for leaving him open. 26-25. 3:40 to go. Carnes with it in the offensive zone. Now to Dufek, now near side Beaver. He'll kick it across the court to Carnes. Has to go right back to Knospel inside. Thorson, he's guarded quickly. Now Knospel driving. Dufek left open for 3. Can he make him pay? No, but it's Thorson up over to the defense to get the rebound and reset. Over to Knospel. Knospel pulls it down nicely. Drive inside. Shot is up. They're going to get the charge. Larson draws the charge on Jacob Knospel. Knospel will draw his second. And it will be the team's 6th. Grant Larson on the far side. Gives back to McDaniel. McDaniel now to Willard. Willard trying to go inside to Austin Wiener. Trying to force his way in. Tried to go over the defender, but Carnes is there to grab it away for the steal. Dufek with it now. Looking, hands to Thorson. Thorson back to Dufek. Now to Knospel on the far side, Beaver. Pine City's just going to try and wait for a rebound, but Knospel shoots in there for the rebound himself. Shot is up, no good. And then the shot is rebounded by Austinson. Give on the far side to Larson. That passes off the mark. Give back to Austinson as he holds on to it. McDaniel, give to Willard. Willard to Larson. Willard back again, trying to get it to Wiener. Back to Willard. Now to Larson for 3, and that is good. Grant Larson for 3 makes it 29-25. Up the court, Dufek now to Carnes, to Thorson. Thorson underneath, lost it, trying to give it to Knospel. Ball is up for grabs. And I think we're getting a jump ball here. And we will get a jump ball. The possession arrow pointing the way of Pine City. 29-25. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Larson with it, gives to McDaniel. McDaniel gives back on the far side, Willard. Willard lets the defender jump past. Trying to drive inside, off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Dufek. And Dufek will bring it forward. Gives, a soft give, a little too soft for Knospel. Now give to Thorson on the near side. He's looking for 3. It's going to come well short. And McDaniel, that's Eli Fromm with the rebound. Eli Fromm gets it back. Now McDaniel, again fakes the shot. This time no good, and he draws the foul. and nobody happy on North Branch's side. Dufek with the foul call. It'll be his second, team 7th, and now 2 shots for Sawyer McDaniel. No good by McDaniel. McDaniel, this one no good as well. That's going to be rebounded by Thorson. Thorson give to Johnson, now back to Dufek, and Dufek, nice give and go as he drops it in for 2. 29-27 with under 1.5 to go. Rise of Dragons haven't slowed it down just a little bit to take some time off the clock here and try and get into half with a victory with the lead, but they give it outside to Austinson, who's all alone at the top of the key for 3, and he delivers to make it 32-27. Back the other way, a 3 up over the defenders, and Thorson delivers a 3 himself. He says, I can get it done too, and I can even do it over the defender. 32-30, McDaniel brings it forward, give to Austinson. Austinson, shimmy shake inside, trying to go with the light touch off the glass and in for 2. He does to make it 34-30. Here comes the scoring onslaught. Under 30 seconds to go now. Knoxville gives near side. Thorson pass to Carnes, nearly got away. Dufek looking from 3. Now he'll drive inside. The shot is no good off the front of the rim, and it's going to be McDaniel who battles with Thorson, and Thorson's going to knock it out of bounds, so we'll stay with Pine City. 17.7 seconds to go. Charlie Osmus checks in for Willert. Austinson looks at the clock, says, all right, shot clock's off. We've got now 15 seconds to go. They will wait and try and get the, I'm guessing, final shot of the half. Unless Austinson feels he can do it there. He can't. It's going to be no good. Rebounded by Dufek. They'll throw it at the net, and it's going to be no good. So at the half, Pine City leads on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 34-30. So at halftime, the Dragons with the 3-point lead over the Vikings. We're going to take a commercial break here. Word from our fine sponsors, and we'll be back to recap the first half of action here on Cool Country WCMP.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare, information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available. Go online to pine.edu for more information. Pine Technical and Community College, connect with success.
Baseball and softball coaches, are you looking for dry, warm practice time?
Here's the Pitch in North Branch can help. Here's the Pitch offers amazing indoor options for your team.
Offering state-of-the-art pitching machines and batting cages.
And space for you to give instruction without worrying about the weather outside.
Take your athletes to the next level.
Coach up your team during every season or off-season. Affordable practice space for your ball teams.
Make your reservation today.
Call Here's the Pitch today or visit them on Facebook.
Here's the Pitch in North Branch.
Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City. We're a full-service lettering shop with a full line of athletic supplies for any sport. We have professional staff here at Lee's Pro Shop to customize your orders. We are the pros who specialize in athletic apparel and equipment. We even do trophies and awards as well as computerized engraving in the store. Let Lee's Pro Shop help you with any athletic apparel. Lee's Pro Shop, servicing our communities since 1973, where the passion for sports begins.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Aurelius Manufacturing has been providing innovative solutions to customers since 1926. Specializing in the production of custom welded hydraulic cylinders for over 40 years, our focus is on providing value to customers through innovative problem solving, quality workmanship, and customer service. Our team works with your team to develop designs that provide the most value for your application. We leverage technology and craftsmanship, turning designs into finished products quickly and accurately. Aurelius Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Brand Bombers.
Dale's Heating and Appliance, your local heating and appliance expert, is committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. And now you can add water softeners to their list of expertise. Dale's now offers water softener sales or rentals along with installation, service, and salt delivery. So if your home needs quality water, make the call to your already trusted experts at Dale's, or just visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. dalesheatingandappliance.com.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Back here on Cool Country WCMP 100.9 FM. Taking a look at some of the first half stats for the visiting Pine City Dragons, leading the way for them. They only had a couple, but A.J. Osmondson led them with 11. 9 for Charlie Osmondson, 7 for Austin Wiener, 3 for Grant Larson, 2 for Briar Willard and Jace Peterson. They spread out the rebounds pretty well, but I thought they could have done a little bit better rebounding. But again, they didn't want to worry about too many second chance scoring opportunities. They worried about getting back on defense, getting their transition defense going quickly so that North Branch couldn't run the floor on them. They also had 4 steals, 1 block. They were, unfortunately, 0 for 5 from that free throw line. That is 5 free points you left out on the court. That could have led you to a 39-30 lead here at the half. And 9-10 point lead at half is much, much different than a 4-point lead at half. So for Pine City, leaving some points out there, they only had 14 fouls, though, so that is good for them. For North Branch, they were led in scoring by Jacob Knospel and Dooley Beaver, each with 8. Then Vincent Dufek and Ethan Thorson each had 7 for them. They had 7 rebounds from both Thorson and Knospel. They had 2 steals, 1 block. They were 2 of 4 from the free throw line and had, 7 team fouls. Unfortunately, the fouls, some unfortunate and some maybe ticky-tacky, came there late in the game, and it sent Pine City to line. It didn't matter, though, because Pine City did not convert them, but it still hurts for North Branch, as they had both Dufek and Knospel each get 2 fouls. But again, overall, pretty clean first half of play here for both teams. Again, if you're North Branch, there were a couple of fouls that you didn't agree with, ticky-tacky calls that you'd like, for your fans and your team, you'd like to see go the other way or just not be called. But again, only 2 fouls for both Dufek and Knospel, so they're in pretty good condition here. There's nothing real big to worry about here in the second half for either of those guys, but unless it gets more physical, which is very possible. Now for Pine City, we saw them, they didn't worry about the second chance scoring opportunities so much here in this first half. They weren't crashing the offensive glass like we know they can, especially with Austin Wiener, Colson Berglund, Sawyer McDaniel out there. We know they can do. Eli Fromm, he's a big free rebound guy. We know they can get it done, but they didn't do it there in the first half. And you know, one of the things I think they will change here in the second half is getting back on the offensive boards, getting more second chance scoring opportunities, trying to get themselves, some more second chance scoring points, because, well, they were close to pulling away here in this first half. You could just tell the feel. It felt like they were. So if they can start to pull away in the second half and start to get some second chance scoring opportunities to make that happen, well, they will be in good shape. But for North Branch, again, I thought they moved the ball really well in transition, but I thought then they got into offense so quickly. I thought they got to that spot so quickly and so well. Then they just kind of didn't know what to do offensively. They kind of slowed down, were second-guessing maybe where to set up or where to be or if they should take the shot. I thought they were a little bit I thought they should have taken a few more shots than they did there in that first half. I thought they really could have taken some more shots offensively because they were set up in good spots. They had some open shots to look from, and they didn't take the shots that were given to them by Pine City's defense. So I think for North Branch, you tell them, hey, let's open up the shooting here a little bit more. If you've got an open shot, just take it. Don't worry about the offense getting back. We'll worry about that when we have to, but just worry about getting back, and if you've got the open shot, take it, because we're showing here tonight early on that if we've got an open shot, we've been getting them to fall. So for North Branch, I like the way they've been getting the defensive rebounds. They've been big on the defensive glass. They've allowed a couple of second chance scoring opportunities, but for their team, I think, again, second chance scoring opportunities they've denied so far here in this one, but I think they need to get that, stay with the pace offensively, but take the open shots when you have them. Take what the defense gives you. If it's open, don't worry about an extra pass or two to set up the play that's called. Just take the shot and take from the open spot that you have, because again, in that first half they were converting when they were left open, and defensively they're going to have to be a little bit stronger. The Pine City has a ton of athleticism, so they're going to have to make sure that they're setting their feet, not being fooled by the head fakes and shoulder fakes from Pine City, and staying sound on defense. Well, that's going to do it for the halftime portion of this broadcast. When we come back, we'll be ready for the second half of action. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on Cool Country WCMP.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local auto owner's agency, Pine Insurance Agency, at pineagency.us today.
Back here on WCMP, Cool Country 100.9 FM. The Vikings trail by 4 on Matt and Brace Orthodontic scoreboard, but we're set for the second half of action, and if the second half is going to be anything like the first, it is going to be a good, close second half. Vikings will start with it, and it's Carnes who will start with it. Carnes will give back to Johnson, and Johnson will start. Vikings will go right to left on your radio dial. Dragons left to right. Shot is up and no good, but there's Carnes with a rebound, and he'll give underneath to Knospel, and a cutting Knospel to the basket. Picks up 2 early on, 34-32. Dragons now the other way. Osmus wanted the 3, but the defender there in time, and getting back and turning around and giving a hook shot of his own is Austin Wiener for 2 himself. 36-32. I said it in the first half. This might be a game between those two bigs. This ball then from Thorson to Johnson is well over his head, so it'll be a turnover and go back to Pine City. But I said it might turn into a game of bigs here where we see Wiener and Knospel be kind of the key guys going forward in this one. If it comes down to that, it's going to be a fun one to watch. There's no doubt about it. Wiener will give outside now to Milliman. Milliman back top the key to Austinson. Austinson, he wanted that lane inside. There was nothing doing there. And Osmus for 3 is good. Such a quick pull of the trigger on the 3 when Osmus shoots it. It's fun to watch. Here comes North Branch up the court quickly on the far side. Thorson. Thorson inside. Foul going to be called. Oh, they're going to get a travel instead. So what I think happened is he took too many steps, and right as that foul happened, he took that 3rd step, which is the travel. Austinson give near side again for Osmus. This 3 is going to be long, and it falls into the hands of Wiener for the rebound. His shot's no good. Rebounded by Knospel. Dufek inside to Thorson, or Johnson, excuse me. Now out to Thorson for 3. And Thorson no good on the 3. Dufek there with the rebound. Thorson throws it at the basket. His shot no good. We're going to get a foul here on Pine City as Wiener picked up the rebound, and it will be the first for Pine City. The first for Osmus. Oh, they're going to call it. Ooh, they called it a shooting foul. I don't know about that. Thorson leaves this one short. And Thorson on this one corrects it and drops it in. So 1 of 2 on that trip to make it 39-33. And Pine City back the other way. Austinson setting up on that far side. Gives it back to Sawyer McDaniel for 3. That's going to be off the mark, and Charlie Osmus will get the rebound for Pine City. Give to Wiener now. Wiener eyeing up the defender. Bounce pass to McDaniel. He thought about 3. Wants that lane dry, but instead gives back to Wiener now to Austinson for 3. That's in and out. Rebounded by Milliman. And to McDaniel. McDaniel, he's trying to drive. Give to Austinson. He wants a 3 again. That one's off the mark again. And this one, Milliman had the rebound. Then it was stolen by Chaz Johnson. But we've got a timeout somewhere. A timeout apparently called by Pine City. So a timeout, not real sure what happened there. Pine City got the rebound. It was stolen away as Milliman threw it off the defender. Johnson got the steal, and as Johnson had it, we got a whistle for a timeout. So not quite sure of what happened there. There might have been a little bit of confusion as to, yeah, I'm not real sure. I mean, I thought it was North Branch ball, but I guess not. Well, either way, Pine City ball. They'll go inside, and this nearly a jump ball. Here will hold on to it. They'll give to Milliman. And the shot clock goes off, and that will be a shot clock violation. And the Vikings will get it back. We got a new member in for the Vikings here in this second half. That's number 13, Paul Jackson. So Paul Jackson into the game for the first time here tonight. This ball going to be knocked out of bounds by a member of Pine City. Willard will come in for McDaniel. Again, Vikings have it. 39-33 they trail with 15 minutes to go in the game. Nosp will give to Jackson. Jackson, this ball is tipped, nearly stolen away, but Jackson gets it back and holds on, and this 3 is going to be rebounded by Jackson. That shot no good, and Wiener will take it in on the rebound. Here comes Willard up the other way, and he's fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. Also into the game for North Branch is Brandon Geese. Paul Jackson with the first foul. First one's no good for Willard off the front of the rim. Couple subs in and out for both squads. We've also got now number 11 checking in for North Branch. That is Kingston Draws. Willard, meanwhile, no good on the second. That's going to be rebounded by Chaz Johnson. Chaz Johnson with a rebound. Dooley Beaver, ooh. Almost a shove there, but did a good job to get that ball off. Draw is going to get called for the travel. And it will give the ball back to Pine City, 39-33. Willard looking, or excuse me, that's now Austinson. He gives to Wiener. He wanted to go somewhere inside, but just nothing doing there. And Wiener gives to Willard. Willard for 3. That is good. And Willard delivers on the 3, make it 42-33. North Branch, though, moving the ball up the court quickly to get into offense, but then once they get into offense, it's just been a struggle to get things going. Draws with it now to Knoxville. Can the big man get the three? No, not this time, and it's rebounded by Austin Wiener, the big man for Pine City. Austinson, he fakes the pass, then takes the three, and it's rebounded there by Chaz Johnson. Draws with it, gives it across the court, and tipped, stolen away by Austinson. Then we get a kick ball here on North Branch, and it will be Pine City ball. Dufek and Carnes in for Geese, and draws. Willard trying to find somewhere to inbound it to. He does to Austinson on the far side. Austinson uses the athleticism to get around the defender, and he drops it in for two. 44-33. Dooley Beaver with it on the far side. Give on the near side, but it's going to be stolen away by Austinson. Austinson saw that coming from a mile away, but this time Dufek is there for the block and the steal. Give it back to North Branch. Beaver back to Dufek. Dufek, Carnes wide open on the far side. Now to Knoxville. Knoxville inside, strong inside. Drops it in for two. And it makes it 44-35, and I think we've got the second timeout called here by North Branch. We'll wait and see. Timeout is called on the floor. It'll be a full timeout by North Branch, so while they take a timeout, we will as well. Back here after word from our fine sponsors on Cool Country WCMP.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
And back here on Cool Country WCMP. An update from Mora. The Mustangs lead Spectrum at half, 26-25, so that's a upset alert. But out of the timeout, Pine City has it. Austinson drove inside, trying to be a little too fancy with it. Tried to give it to Knoxville, but it's taken right back by the Dragons. Willard thought about pulling up from short there. Instead, he'll take it outside. Tried to look for three. And going to get a jump ball call. Possession arrow pointing the way of Pine City, so it stays with the Dragons. Inbound to Wiener. He's right underneath the basket, and he drops it in for two. He stopped right in front of Knoxville, and Knoxville, I don't think realized that the inbound was coming so quickly. So Beaver over to Johnson. Johnson in the far side corner to Carnes. Back to Johnson. Now near side Beaver, and back to Carnes. They've got the defense in a zone, and now over to Dufek. Back to Carnes. They're trying to close in on the paint and maybe either open up Knoxville or outside for three, but this one was to Knoxville, and he'll go to the line to shoot two. It's going to be a foul, the second on Pine City. This one's going to go on A.J. Austinson, his first. And Knoxville no good on the first. 5 in, 5 out for Pine City. And no good there on the second one, rebounded by Peterson. Milliman going to get double team. Tucks up the court. Eli Fromm left alone. Takes it to the basket. It is knocked away by Dufek and stolen away by Knospel. And now it's stolen right back by Eli Fromm. Hear the collective gasp from the North Branch fans as that one was stolen right back. They had a prime opportunity to turn that into points. Jace Peterson, fake shot, drive, trying to drive anyways, but instead it's knocked away. Eli Fromm back outside McDaniel. McDaniel gives to Osmus. Osmus guarded well. He wants to go to Peterson, but this one going to be stolen away by Carnes, and now we're going to get a foul here on Pine City. This one will get called on Jace Peterson. His first, team's third. Thorson will check back into the game for Knospel. Inbound to Beaver from Johnson, right back to Johnson. He'll give now to Beaver in the front court. Give on the far side, Dufek trying to go inside to Thorson, and he's going to be fouled. I think they're going to get Peterson again. It'll be the team's fourth. Yeah, they will. That'll be Peterson's second. Berglund will check in for Peterson. They didn't call it a shooting foul, so it won't be any shots for North Branch. They will just inbound. Chaz Johnson looking. He wanted to go to Thorson on the far side. He'll give it to him anyways. Gives to Carnes now. Back to Thorson. They want to go inside Johnson. Outside Dufek. Wants three instead. Give all the way across the court to Thorson. Inside now to Carnes, to Johnson, and Johnson drops it in for two. 46-37. And a little bit of full court press here by the North Branch, but Pine City breaks that. Give from Fromm to Milliman. Milliman on the far side to Osmus. He wanted to take that quick three, but instead has to pull that down. Give to Milliman now. Milliman wanted to go to Fromm, has to go to Osmus, but he picked up that foot and put it back down, and that's a travel. So ball will go back to North Branch on the turnover. I think it's 4 in, 4 out for Pine City. Or does it wind up being 5 in, 5 out? Looks like it's 5 in, 5 out. Vikings will inbound here to Beaver. Beaver has Johnson as an outlet, and that's where he goes with it. Now up the court to Carnes. Carnes back to Johnson. Poked out by Peterson, then it back. The Vikings get it back. Pass inside to Willard, or excuse me, stolen away by Willard. Now we'll get a foul here on North Branch. Second team foul, the second on Beaver. Ossenson will get the inbound. Willard on the far side, give back to Wiener. Wiener trying to drive inside. I don't know if he meant to, but he gave it off to Willard. Well, Wiener inside, falling to the floor, and somehow gets that one to fall in. I don't know how he got that one to fall in. A little bit of magic on it, but that one falls in as he is tripping, and his body's about perpendicular with the court. My goodness. Perpendicular, horizontal. I was good at math, ladies and gentlemen. Give on the far side, Dufek. Back to Beaver, nearly stolen away by Ostenson. Now give near side Thorson. No good on the three. And Chaz Johnson's going to get the rebound. To Carnes, now to Beaver. Inside Johnson. Nearly lost it again. Chase Peterson. And this time they will get a call. I think they're going to get Peterson for that one. They will get Peterson again. That'll be his third, team's fifth. And Grant Larson will check in for Jace Peterson. Knoxville will check back in for Beaver on the Viking side. As Johnson will inbound to Carnes, who will start in the backcourt. And now bring it into the offensive zone. A little bit of shove there from Carnes. Nothing called, though. Not enough for a call, I don't think. Thorson with it. Tried to pass it inside. We're going to get a kick ball. And they're going to get a kick ball here, I think. Not sure on who, but Wiener was just slapping his thighs if it was him. Inbound to Dufek for three. That's going to be off the mark. Wiener will get the rebound on the far side, being bothered And now it's a kickball out of bounds by North Branch. Another sub in. Larson in for Berglund for Pine City. Pine City likes to keep their guys fresh, likes to give the other team as much of a different look as they can, as many times as they can. A little bit of full court press, but Pine City breaks it. Austinson left alone on the far side for 3 and delivers to make it 51-37. Under 9 to go. Thorson on the far side, give to Johnson. Johnson to Carnes for 3. That's good. Carnes with his first points of the night. Makes it a 3. 51-40. Pine City will get past the full court press, and then Wiener tried to be a little too fancy with it. I don't think Austinson was ready for that one. Austinson was still kind of sitting there from the pass, and you wanted Austinson. It was a good idea, but just could not get it in time or in a timely manner. Carnes again, 3. This one's short, and it's Wiener with the rebound. Austinson up the court with it. Give back to Willert. You know, Willert was one of their bigger scorers last year in kind of a tough year, but Austinson has come out here this year and really made some noise. Austinson is going to draw the foul on North Branch. North Branch doesn't agree, but I think that's the right call. It's a 3rd team foul for North Branch, and the 1st on Andrew Carnes. Austinson good on the 1st. 52-40. Austinson good on both. So 53-40 is the score. And Wiener will try to get the steal from Knoxville, but no good. And now Thorson up on the other way. And Thorson finds an easy lane to the basket and drops it in for 2. 53-42. Now again, full court press here being shown by North Branch, but Pine City breaks. And Grant Larson to the basket, and Grant Larson drops that one in for 2. Such quick feet for Larson. He's a shorter guy, maybe the shortest one out there, but you know, the size doesn't determine your will and your speed and your talent. And he's taking that to the next level. I mean, that speed that he showed there, my goodness, not a lot like it. Going to get a travel call here on Knoxville. He'll give the ball back to Pine City. North Branch showing a little bit of full court pressure again. Larson will give it back to Willert. And, they had Austinson open on this near side, but they missed that one. Now they'll give it to Austinson. Just as I say that, Austinson sizing up the defender, gets back outside to McDaniel for 3. That one's going to go off the side of the board and no good, but Grant Larson's there for the rebound. He'll give it to Willard on the far side. Now to McDaniel. McDaniel patiently waiting. 7 seconds to shoot. 6-5. Give inside to Wiener. Wiener up and in for 2, plus the and 1. This will be the 4th team foul now for North Branch. And the 2nd on Chaz Johnson. This one's going to be left short, so he'll only get 2. Leave that one short, and because he left it short, it will be an inbound for North Branch. There will be no rebound opportunity. You have to hit the rim to get a rebound opportunity. So North Branch will inbound, 57-42. On the far side, Dufek trying to drive on McDaniel. Dufek got the edge with that speed. Now give Thorson. Thorson. Get an offensive foul on Dufek, I hear. Is that? Yeah. Huh. I'm not. Man. I don't know. I didn't really see much on that one. And I guess we got to stick with what the refs call. And we're thankful for the refs, otherwise we can't play the game. But sometimes, people have their opinions. Ossenson trying to do some work inside, gives out to Willert, now to McDaniel. McDaniel gets one defender to jump, tries to drive inside himself, but as he got his own rebound, he stepped on the baseline, and that will be out of bounds, so the ball goes back to North Branch. 6:05 to go in the game. Knoxville driving, back out, trying to get it to Carnes. It winds up getting to Dufek, and Dufek drops it in for two. 57-44. Timeout called. I believe they said Vikings, and we'll see if that's the case. They'd be left with two, and it will be a full timeout. So full timeout for North Branch. While they take one, we'll take one as well.
A Lennox air source heat pump is a high-efficiency air conditioning unit that can also heat your home or business during the spring and fall. It's more economical than heating with propane. Have Dale's Heating and Appliance install your Lennox air source heat pump. Ask Dale's how you can receive up to $1,000 in rebates for your air source heat pump system. And ductless mini splits also qualify for up to $1,000. Visit dalesheatingandappliance.com. Conditions apply. See dealer for details.
The Duluth Sports Show is back February 13th through 16th.
Be amazed by Sarah Twister, the incredible performer who balances on her arms while shooting a bow and arrow with her feet.
Explore the latest in marine electronics and catch expert demos from top fishing and hunting pros.
Plus, enjoy Field and Flame cooking demos. Try your luck in the trout pond and get your trophy rack scored for free.
Come for the deals, stay for the fun.
February 13th through 16th at the Deck in Duluth.
Your ticket to outdoor adventure awaits at DuluthSportsShow.com.
Back here on Cool Country WCMP. I'll let timeout. Pine City will inbound, but we've got full court press and nothing but from North Branch being shown. They will get it inbounded to Ossenson. Now up the court to Larson, and Larson will get it into the offensive zone. So now they can settle it down just a tad. As Sawyer McDaniel gives to Ossenson. Ossenson lost it and stolen right back, but I guess a foul on Ossenson on the steal? Huh. So the steal will then count for Knospel. I didn't really, he must have crossed the body a little bit for that one, so just because I didn't see it doesn't mean it didn't happen. As I say. Dufek inside, he lost it. Grant Larson trying to grab it back. Dufek somehow got it back, but now it's Willert. And Willert will get the steal, and Pine City gets the timeout just to preserve possession. This is going to be a 30 for Pine City. They'll be left with two as well. So 2 timeouts for each team. 5:20 to go. Pine City does lead on the Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, 57-44. But still plenty of time here in this one for North Branch. Again, the timeout called there by Kyle Allen just to preserve the possession that they had. 5:20 to go. It's been a battle. It's been a fun one. You know, Knospel has 12 points here in the game, but, you know, Wiener matching them or close to matching them with 13. The battle between them two has been fun to watch. You know, Knospel is a presence inside, but Wiener has kind of stepped it up here late in the year. You know, they knew that was going to be their post player. That was going to be their guy inside. But really late in the year, he has really, I think, stepped bigger into his role and has just kind of taken ownership of it. And sometimes that can be hard. And sometimes, it's tough to take on a role that maybe you feel like you want more, or maybe, whatever it is. So for Pine City, though, I think they're pretty pleased that Wiener's kind of stepping into that role. And, stepping in with both feet, really. Diving in head first. I could use many analogies, but we're back to action out of the timeout. Pine City has it. Willert looking for 3 from the top of the key. That's going to be no good. It is Wiener with the rebound and drops it back in for 2. Makes it 59-44. On the far side, Carnes looking for 3. That's short. It winds up as a pass to Knospel anyways, so he drops it in for 2. That's all it was. It was just a pass. Just a pass to Knospel. Ossenson drives inside, gives out to Willert. Willert gives near side to McDaniel. McDaniel's going to kind of reset things here offensively. So he gives to Ossenson. Ossenson trying to eye up the defense. Gets a mini screen from Wiener. Now Osmus guarded well. Gives it over to Ostenson again. Ostenson, spin back around, now trying to drive baseline. Trying to do something with the ball, but it was knocked away, stolen away by Knospel. Not sure what happened there, but Knospel ends up with the ball. Jazz Johnson gives to Thorson for three. That is good. That's a big one, too. 59-49. Pass up the court. Dragons break the full court press again. Osmus for three the other way. He says, I see yours. I can answer with one myself. 62-49. Good looking shot there from Osmus. Now we see the pace stepping up a little bit here. Thorson driving inside, tries to draw the foul, gets his own rebound. Turnaround jumper, no good. And it's going to be rebounded this time by Austin Wiener. Ostenson will take his time getting up the court, so it's to take a little bit more time off the clock. It's a screen now. Bounce pass to Osmus, right back to Ostenson on the far side. Ostenson gets a screen from Wiener. I think they wanted to go to Wiener inside, but ball poked out. Gets to Willert still, and now to Ostenson. Ostenson gives to Osmus on the far side. He'll take a three again. This one's going to be no good, and they're going to get a foul here on, I think, Dufek, unfortunately, just not in best position for that one. Yeah, that's unfortunately for him. Beaver checks into the game for Carnes. They know that he's the big three-point shooter, so they definitely want him into the game. Wiener gets the inbound, trying to get through some traffic. It's blocked, but Dufek can't get it, and Wiener lost it. It's going to be Johnson who grabs the steal. Thorson, give to Beaver, now on the near side to Dufek. Dufek underneath to Johnson. On the far side, Beaver. Beaver trying to drive. Give to Dufek now. Dufek back outside Beaver for three. That's just off the mark, and the rebound here by Sawyer McDaniel. Sawyer McDaniel pass back to Ostenson, and Ostenson will take it near side. Ostenson trying to get around the defense. He's in some trouble. Gives back to Wiener, though. Wiener was double teamed. Now back to Ostenson. Ostenson guarded, and Jazz Johnson will draw the foul. So Johnson, his third foul, the team's what would be seventh, and now Ostenson's to the line for a 1-and-1. They will get, Pine City will 4 in, 4 out right now. It will be a fifth after Ostenson takes his shots. But it's a 1-and-1 for Ostenson. First one's up, good off the front of the rim. This one's good as well. Ostenson gets them both to fall to make it 64-49. Grant Sklzacic is in for him. Milliman is also out there, as is Fromm, Jace Peterson, and Grant Larson. That is the 5 out there for Pine City. Up the other way, nearly stolen away. Knospel brings it in. Jazz Johnson gives to Thorson, but through his hands. And it will go out of bounds and back to Pine City. And I think they'll right away get quick 5 in, 5 out again. The other starting 5, or the other 5. It's Ostenson, McDaniel, Willert, Wiener, and Osmus. Again, full court pressure being shown here by North Branch. Ostenson gets the ball back, and Dufek will get his 5th, and that will be it for him. It will send Ostenson to the line for a 1-and-1 once again. 8th team foul now on North Branch. A little bit of confusion trying to get 4 in, 4 out for Pine City. Again, Fromm, Peterson, Milliman, and Larson, and then it will be Sklzacic after Ostenson. Ostenson up, and the first one is good. Ostenson will take his second. That one's good as well. So he drops them both in to make it 66-49, and Larson is in. Now that's the 5 in there for Pine City is Peterson, Sklzacic, Larson, Fromm, and Milliman. Dooley Beaver, Chaz Johnson, Thorson, Carnes, and Knoxville in for North Branch. Eli Fromm's going to get the rebound for Pine City, and he covers up and then draws a foul somewhere. It's the 9th team foul on North Branch. They're going to call Beaver for the foul, his 3rd, and now Eli Fromm's at the line for a 1-and-1. This one is up, no good, and rebounded by Larson. Larson trying to waste some time here. Gets into a double team. Give now to Milliman. Milliman in a ton of trouble. Lost it to Dooley Beaver. Then Beaver lost it, and it'll go out of bounds and back to Pine City. Beaver lost it inside and gave it back to Pine City. And it's going to be Willert, Austinson, McDaniel, Wiener, and Osmussen for Pine City with 1:24 to go. Inbound to McDaniel. They'll give it up to Willert. Willert breaks the press, and now inside is Wiener, but they give underneath to Austinson for 2, and they were not ready for that. 68-49, under a minute and a half to go. Thorson driving inside. The floater off the glass is no good. Wiener with a rebound. He's had a ton of them here in the second half. Give now to Austinson. Austinson fakes out 2, 3 defenders, gets by another one. And now lost it, and we're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Vikings. We will get 5 in, 5 out for Pine City. Berglund, Milliman, Jace Peterson, Fromm, and Kevin Williams is into the game for the first time tonight. So Kevin Williams is in there. Thorson inside. Shot is up, no good. Going to be taken away by Kevin Williams. Milliman, he has it. He looks, gives to Berglund. Berglund with it. Now to Peterson. Jace Peterson trying to waste some time. Shot clock, game clock separated by about 5 seconds. Eli Fromm inside. He lost it. That ball's going to roll. Kevin Williams on the far side has it. And he's going to throw it off a defender to keep it for Pine City. 12 seconds to shoot. Good hustle there by Kevin Williams to keep the ball in possession of Pine City. Inbound here to Jace Peterson. Fakes the 3, wastes more time. We'll give to Berglund, now to Fromm. Fromm will try to go inside to Williams, but it's stolen away by Knospel. Chaz Johnson inside, off the glass, drops it in for 2, and that should do it. 68-51, and that will do it. The final here in this one, the Dragons get the victory over the North Branch Vikings, 68-51. The Dragons get off of a loss on Friday against Aiken to getting a win back here against North Branch, a Class 3A team. So a big win here for Pine City. We'll take a commercial break, recap this game, and then we'll take a commercial break. Then we'll come back and recap the game. You're listening to Cool Country WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
You gotta stop somewhere, so make a stop into the Holiday Station store in Pine City and start saving. Right now, grab CK Oil, save $2 when you buy 2, or CK Diesel DEF treatment for only $23.99. While you're at Holiday, they still have the $3, $4, $5 meal deals on some of your favorite items, and Refresh Team Spirit with Mountain Dew are 3 for $6, or Celsius, buy one get one free. Whoa! Better get into the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
And here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch. The premier indoor batting cages in North Branch. Whether you're trying to make the team or take the team to the next level, Here's the Pitch has state-of-the-art pitching machines for both baseball and fast-pitch softball. $35 gets you cage time with your own pitcher. $40 gets you cage time using one of their top-tier pitching machines. Screens, plates, helmets, they've got the equipment, you provide the batter. Find Here's the Pitch on Facebook or visit here'sthepitchmn.com. here'sthepitchmn.com.
Hey there, sports fans. Brad here from Lee's Pro Shop in Pine City, and we have a Lee's Crazy Sale going on. It's time to gear up for hockey, basketball, wrestling, or volleyball equipment, as it is all 20% off. That's right, 20% off all your favorite hockey, basketball, wrestling, and volleyball equipment. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, Lee's Pro Shop has everything you need to take your game to the next level. So don't wait. Stop by Lee's Pro Shop today. Save big on your favorite sports equipment. Hurry in for Lee's Crazy Sale. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Well, the final here in this one, the Dragons get the victory over the Vikings 68-51 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Taking a look at the stats here in this one, leading the way for the Dragons was A.J. Austinson with 24 points, 17 for Austin Wiener, 15 for Charlie Osmus, and then 5 for both Grant Larson and Briar Willett, and 2 from Jace Peterson. They were led in rebounding by Austin Wiener with a double-double. He had 12 rebounds here tonight. They had 9 total steals, 1 block. That came from Austin Wiener. They were 6 of 9 from the free throw line here in the second half, much better than the first, but they wound up being 6 of 14. So that'll definitely be something they look at improving going forward again, especially as we get to the playoffs, because that's something you just can't have. For the Dragons, they only had 2 fouls in the second half for a total of 6. On the other side, for North Branch, leading the way for them was Jacob Knospel with 14 points, and Ethan Thorson came in with 13 of his own, 9 for Vincent Dufek, 8 for Dooley Beaver, all in the first half, and then 4 for Chaz Johnson and 3 for Andrew Carnes. Those 3 points were big, especially at the time. That got them back within 10, so those 3 points were huge for Andrew Carnes, but it wound up being for naught. 9 rebounds for Knoxville to lead the team, 8 for Ethan Thorson. They had 11 steals here, 9 in the second half, but unfortunately they just couldn't turn those into points, and that's what Pine City really hung their hat on, is the fact that, North Branch couldn't turn the turnovers into points, and that was huge. They had 3 blocks, though. They were 3 of 8 from that free throw line and had 16 total team fouls. So, again, Pine City just moved the ball around really well. That speed came to play, the athleticism there, and, again, a physical game between these two teams, but I think Pine City's athleticism just came out a little bit more here in this game, especially in the second half when they needed it to. And, you had big guys step up like Austinson, like Osmus, and Wiener, those guys. They've kind of been waiting for guys to step up and kind of stand out for this team, and those 3 did so here tonight in a big way, and you can't really ask for much better if you're Pine City. I guess you can, but they did a really good job here of the way they played tonight. So for the Pine City Dragons, they will now get their 8th win on the season, and that is, again, that's big for Pine City. And then for North Branch, unfortunately, they fall to 3-17 as the season begins to wind down. Looking at the next, where these two teams will be next coming up we'll start with Pine City. So coming up for them, it is tonight. They'll have tomorrow off, and then they will return to action on Thursday, where they will head over to Mora for a rematch of that rivalry game in the conference now, and that will be on KBEK on Thursday. And then on Saturday, again, they have 3 games this week. On Saturday, they'll wrap up the week up at Proctor at a 1:30 start there. Then for North Branch, they will, again, this will be their first game of the week. That will start it off, and then they'll have a game back here tomorrow night. It'll be a doubleheader as they host Zimmerman. They'll play in the second game of that doubleheader. And then they'll have Wednesday, Thursday off, and then they'll return to action on Friday, where they'll head to Princeton to play the Tigers over there at 7:30, and that will be their final game of the week. So 3 games for both of these teams, 3 big games for these teams as they finish off the week with 2 more. Another way you can stay up to date with all things local sports here on our stations is our website at WCMP Radio or KBEK.com. You can go to the Sports tab, click on Broadcast Schedule. That will show you all the links for the games that we have coming up this week and show you where we will be at. So stay tuned to that. Also, if you're watching this or listening to this on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. That way you're notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event. Hit that red subscribe button. That way you are notified every time we go live with a local sporting event. Another great way to stay tuned to local sports is on our morning shows on 95.5 FM KBK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. You can get your local sports updates. We'll talk about this game, all the other games going on in our local listening area, plus some regional and national sports as well. Also, another great way is our websites, as I mentioned, but you can also catch some articles there, interviews with coaches and players. Another spot you can catch up is our social medias, our Facebook pages for both stations, our Instagram pages for both stations, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. So be sure to like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do to make sure that you're up to date with the latest in local sports. Again, interviews, breaking sports news, broken records, LOI signings, interviews, games that we'll be at, articles from games that we've been at, all that and so much more on our social media. So again, I want to thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. I thank all of our fine sponsors. A huge shout out to them. We can't do it without them. So we greatly appreciate all of our fine sponsors. The final here in this one on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, Pine City defeats North Branch 68-51. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could make their day. For Cool Country WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night. WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest.